Tratar português. Bora.
In the last few days, our team has received some incredible intel
Meu Deus,
from an
quem é essa
anonymous source. A
coruja?
mysterious Stellaron burst has occurred aboard the Xianzhou Lafu. Today, we're lucky to have with us in the studio the Lafu Skyfaring Helm Master Madame Yukong, as well as Mr. La Cha, a traveling merchant currently staying on the ship. Madame Yukong, what's the latest on the Lafu situation?
Well, for the most part, the Stellaron crisis has been brought under control. We've evacuated affected areas, and life has returned to normal in the safe zones.
I see. Mr. La Cha, I hear you experienced the crisis firsthand. What was it like on the ground?
Well, I was trapped in the Law Fu's Cloudford Harbor at first. It was only thanks to the Cloud Knights and a fortuitous encounter with kindly strangers that I was able to escape unharmed.
That's the Xianzhou Alliance. I knew you guys had everything under control.
I should mention that over the course of this crisis, we've witnessed a lot of suspicious
Até agora. Mano, eles falaram. Até agora essa live tá muito melhor do que a do Genshin. Porque eles estão fingindo ser o personagem. Eu já gostei mais.
activity. We believe the infamous Stellaron hunters are responsible. We now have 2 suspects in our custody, Blade and Kafka. Unfortunately, their accomplice is still
Já tá bem melhor.
You're
Tô pegando
talking
spoiler
about
da
that
história.
hacker girl, right? Silverwolf? I heard she infiltrated the Xianzhou systems. They say she leaves behind a calling card.
Like this one?
Exactly, just like...
Your fake ID info is ready. This place is different from the rest of the space station. We're on Genius Society turf. Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal.
Aí, a criança pelada.
You can challenge the space station. But challenge me? Good luck. Welcome to Billabong's History and Culture Museum. As you can see, the interior looks brand new. But we're in a bit of a bind. Our exhibit was stolen.
O robô.
Let me take a look. So these are the suspects.
Settle this. Enough talk. Have it!
Ele é muito bonito. Cheio de classe.
Never let your guard down in front of your enemy. And now,
A menina lá.
and now, young man, allow me to give you a dignified end.
Depois eu pego o código. Aquilo é a ult dela. Comecei a engolir o design da Silverwood por essa live. Ah, não dá, mano. Eu não vou nem entrar nesse rolê de novo, porque não dá, mano. E detalhe, né? O short dela tem uma transparência ali do lado.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning,
No,
good
no.
afternoon, and good evening. As
No, no.
always, it's your host and good buddy Albert. Welcome to the Honkai Star Rail version 1.1 Galactic Roaming Special Program.
Hello, good to be here.
Today, we've invited 3 special guests to be with us on the program. Introducing...
Hi guys, my name's Melissa Fun, and I voice
Ah, eles pararam de fingir que são os bonecos.
Silverwolf.
Hey folks, my name's Craig Lee Thomas and I voice La Cha.
Hi everyone, I'm Dawn M. Bennett and I voice Yukong.
Pleasure to have you with us. And now, without further ado, let's get straight into Honkai Star Rail version 1.1. What's new, Craig?
Well, judging from the trailer we just saw, it looks like all 3 areas got some updates. Herta Space Station, Belobog, and the Xianzhou Luofu.
Ah, e o
I
Belo
don't know
Boga.
if you noticed, but Silverwolf got the
Tá com luz
first
apavorante, ela é fofa.
bit of screen time. Just saying.
Gente, são 3 códigos.
Speaking of Silver Wolf, I hear our notorious Stellaron Hunter is planning another visit to Genius Society territory soon. Let's take a close look at this little troublemaker.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the first time we saw this mysterious girl was back at the start of the story.
That's right. It's hard to keep an air of mystery when you're the first
Só que
one
ela consegue ser melhor do que o da Ciri.
on the scene, but
I think she couldn't have timed it better.
I think you couldn't have timed that better.
So, what role does Silverwolf have within the Stellaron Hunters?
she's a super hacker essentially. Lots of technical know-how. If you've got a hack, she's got your back.
It's kind of scary how good she is.
Yeah.
Hacking the surveillance system on Herta Space Station? Not easy. That's how she located the Stellaron.
Let's not forget the Xianzhou.
Aye.
She hacked into the Luofu's systems and guided the Astral Express crew onto the ship.
Hey, you guys know that this is all pretty illegal, right?
Yeah. I guess what we're trying to say is Silverwolf is capable of breaking through any and all defense systems. That's why she's useful to the Stellaron Hunters.
I see. Second question. What's with all the gaming paraphernalia?
Oh, I've been meaning to ask that too. A console here, controller buttons there. It's a vibe.
Well, this probably won't come as a surprise to anyone, but she's a gamer. In fact, she sees the universe as a game in itself, and she's playing to win. She actually uses a lot of gamer slang in
Ai,
conversation.
meu Deus, as gírias
Not everyone picks up on
gamers.
it, though.
Got it. So it's fair to say she's kind of a nerd?
You could say that. She's also not great at socializing.
Really? Huh.
Meu Deus. Mano. Não. Eles vão. Mano. Eles fizeram a menina. Eles deram. Não. Mano, ai, nossa, não.
She always struck me as pretty outgoing.
I guess she does have a lot of friends.
Hold up a second. She's an outgoing nerd with poor social skills and a lot of friends. That's quite the combo.
Well, if you struggle to make friends, why not create your own?
Melissa, you're talking about imaginary friends, right? I'm not sure that counts.
Oh. Okay, let me explain.
Você aí, ó, que é a menininha gamer, super hacker. Você é uma fudida que não tem amigos. Você é uma fudida que não tem amigos e você inventa seus próprios amigos porque você é antissocial.
I'm talking about the AI modules in her weapons. See these little guys on her character artwork? That's friend. There's devil. This one over here is white collar. Oh, and this one's servant.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, they're pretty
Não, tava comendo
adorable.
bolacha
When
Maria.
Silverwolf talks about her team of professionals, she's talking about these guys.
Hold on a second. Since when did AI become so adorable? Clearly, we're making it real easy for the machines to take over. It's thanks to Silverwolf's hacking skills that she's been able to forge such a fearsome reputation at such a young age. Let's take a look at his strengths.
Well, Silverwolf is a quantum-type character following the path of nihility. She can apply different debuffs to enemies to improve her allies' combat superiority. In particular, her skill can inflict a weakness on enemies. The weakness she inflicts matches a random ally's attack type.
Which is to say that even if nobody on her team has an attack type which matches an enemy's weakness, Silverwolf can create
O nome
a
da
weakness
live.
that will
Quando eu for usar o
correspond
nome.
to an ally's existing strength.
Exactly! In addition, every one of Silverwolf's attacks has a chance of inflicting the enemy with a random bug. There are 3 kinds of bugs, which reduce the enemy's attack, defense, and speed, respectively.
Mano, se essa boneca não fosse tão feia, eu pegaria ela, porque ela é muito forte, mas é muito feia.
Okay.
And outside of combat, Silverwolf can use her technique to attack an enemy and enter battle. Regardless of enemy weakness, she deals damage to all enemies and reduces their toughness.
If Silverwolf breaks an enemy's weakness with her technique, it triggers the quantum weakness break effect, right?
Yes, that's right. What else was I gonna mention? Oh, her ultimate. Silverwolf's ultimate has a high chance of reducing the enemy's defense in addition to dealing damage.
Prefiro o Luosha.
love that animation. It's
Ele é
like a
padrão, mas
rhythm
pelo
game,
menos,
right?
tipo, é melhor.
I'm starting to see what you mean by the universe being a game to her.
It doesn't stop there either. Did I mention her ability names? There's System Warning, Allow Changes, Awaiting System Response, Force Quit Program. Oh, you get the picture.
Yeah. Oh, was there one called a 10-set guarantee? Ooh, or how about Single Warp Miracle?
Sadly not. Her ultimate's called User Banned, though.
Oh, I know what that means. Banned out of existence. Yeah, I guess the scary ultimate needs a scary name. Well, it's time to move on to the Xianzhou's mysterious visitor. Lucha, the traveling merchant. Ooh.
Olha que bonito. Olha que foda.
Straight off the
Foda.
bat, man knows how to dress. Elegant look, gentlemanly demeanor, but they say he's hiding a secret. What do you think? Good guy or villain?
He seems very suspicious.
Really? How so?
Well, imagine some guy waltzes into your hometown dressed like an aristocrat from another planet, but he knows all the local customs. You'd be a little taken aback, right?
Hey, I think you're being a little hard on the guy. Some tourists do their research.
Uh-huh. Well, don't you think his healing abilities are a little mysterious? They came in pretty handy during the Stellaron crisis.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a traveler merchant, I'm gonna want some first aid
Ela quase
skills
sem
under my
roupa
belt.
e ele todo
It's a
vestido,
dangerous
sim.
career.
É que eu tô na frente, mas ele tem luva. A única parte do corpo dele que você consegue ver é um pouco do pescoço, quase nem isso, e o rosto. É a única parte do corpo dele que você consegue ver o rosto dele.
Career, huh? Are you sure that's how he makes a living? We haven't
Ai,
seen him
gente, sei
trade
lá.
a single thing.
Well, I feel like this guy already made his fortune. Maybe traveling merchant is just what super rich tourists like
Dimitrios,
to
tudo
tell
bem?
people.
Jeez, you guys have an answer for everything. Is this the Lacha fan club or something?
Yes.
Let's start one.
Yeah.
Well, what about the coven he carries around with him?
Caralho, velho, mas o dublador do Luosha não fala, não, é?
Have the ordinary there, right?
Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
I'm not so sure. Everyone needs a conversation starter, right? Especially traveling merchants. Think about it. If you walk past this guy, the coffin's gonna draw your attention, right? You'll probably ask him about it, and before you know it, he sold you a new set of shower curtain rings.
You know something? That kind of makes sense.
Pretty smart.
I see.
And if you find people are in need of a few shower curtain rings, I happened upon the finest collection of authentic Xianzhou bathroomware. Beautiful stuff. Low prices, too.
Touching the original question here. Is Lacha a good guy or villain?
I don't think we have enough information.
All right, then. Guess all you trailblazers have to make up your own minds. So, why don't we take a look at his ability?
Ooh, now we're talking. Luocha is an imaginary type character following the path of abundance. For a man with medical knowledge, it's not surprising that he's strong on protection. He can offer healing to and dispel debuffs from his allies. For example, he can offer healing to and dispel debuffs from his allies. For example, Luocha's skill can restore an ally's HP. When the HP of any ally falls below a certain percentage, Luocha uses his skill on them without consuming any skill points. This effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Emergency healing, huh? Important for team survival.
Sure is. After unlocking a special trace, using Luocha's skill also dispels a debuff from an ally. Using Luocha's ultimate, Death Wish, dispels one buff from and deals imaginary damage to all enemies.
In other words,
One buff from and deals imaginary damage to all enemies.
if you got an enemy that's always buffing themselves or debuffing your allies, Luocha has an important role to play.
Precisely. And here's something else. Every time Luocha uses his skill or ultimate, he grants himself one stack of Abyss Flower. Now, when the Abyss Flower reaches a certain number of stacks, Luocha deploys a field against the enemy, which lasts for a set number of turns. When the field is active, allies recover a set amount of HP whenever they make an attack. And that's not all. After unlocking a special trace, attacks against enemies in the field can restore ally HP.
Cool. It's like a force field of healing.
During exploration, when Luocha uses his technique Mercy of a Fool, his field will be immediately generated at the start of the next battle.
Sheesh. Mr. Luocha, mysterious origins and
Legal.
extraordinary skills.
Gostei. Nossa, parece a música do Genshin, né? O peitão dela na
There's
sua
something
cara.
else here we gotta get to. I'm talking about the elegant, sky-faring Hellmaster Madame Yukong.
About time, too! Well, from commerce, cargo, passengers, all the way through to the Air Force, the Skyfaring Commission is in charge of all matters relating to flight. Yukong is the head of that commission, so the above falls right under her remit.
Nice. Speaking of flight, it seems like star skiffs are the most
Nossa,
emblematic.
mano, essa parte aqui que eu tô no meio, essa parte aqui embaixo de mim, ela é muito pelada aqui embaixo. Né não? Ela é muito pelada, olha isso. Meu Deus, mano, ela é muito pelada, gente, Jesus.
Means of transportation on the Xianzhou.
Yeah, they're a common sight in the Xianzhou skies. Yukong can fly them, right?
I'd say she's pretty handy with a star skiff.
Ah, quando alguém falar ela é
When she was
empoderada.
young, it was Yukong's flying skills that saw her promoted by the general. That's how she joined the Skyfaring Commission. She soon became an ace among the other pilots.
Huh? That's not the story I heard.
All right, you got me. Here's the director's cut. Yukong ran 6 red lights in a row. She was dragged straight in front of the general and...
I get the picture. Sometimes rebels get noticed.
You're only young once.
6 red lights, huh? Disclaimer, trailblazers, don't try that at home. Well, her rebellious streak might be a thing of the past, but she's still as sharp as ever. Dawn, give us the lowdown.
Coming right up. Yukong is an imaginary type character following the path of harmony. Her skill Emboldening Salvo grants her 2 stacks of Roaring
O arco dela é
Bowstrings.
bonito.
When Roaring Bowstrings is active, the attack of all allies increases. Yukong loses 1 stack of Roaring Bowstrings with every allied turn.
In other words, Yukong's skill can increase allies' attack for 2 turns.
You got it. During exploration, using Yukong's technique increases her movement speed for a set time.
Caralho, ela é
It
muito
also allows
rápida.
her to obtain 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings at the start of the next battle.
Ooh, sounds like a good recipe for shaking off enemy pursuers.
Using Yukong's basic attack triggers her talent 7 layers, 1 arrow, which deals additional damage and increases the toughness reducing damage of the current attack. This effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Ah.
When Yukong unleashes her ultimate, Diving Kestrel, she deals imaginary damage to a single target. If Roaring Bowstrings is active, its effect is enhanced, increasing the crit rate and crit damage of all allies. Her days on the front lines may be over, but Yukong's skills didn't go anywhere. Maybe one day, we'll get to see her take flight once again.
É.
Ooh, here's hoping.
Man, we're really spoiled for choice with these characters, huh? Still, let's not forget what else we've got coming up. In version 1.1, we'll be welcoming 2 brand new light cones to the warp. First up, Incessant Rain.
Bubblegum in the rain, huh? That's a mood.
The Silverwolf energy is strong in this one.
You got that right. So we don't want to tidy the room?
So true. She's like, I told you, Kafka. I'm gonna tidy it as soon as version 1.1 finishes downloading.
Now, the second light cone is the Path of Abundances, Echoes of the Coffin. See, it looks like a snapshot of Lacha talking to the coffin?
Wow, looks like some kind of thorny vines are emerging from beneath the lid. So many questions. I get a sense of mystery and elegance, but there's also a kind of tenderness and fragility here, don't you think?
Well, one thing's for sure. If people weren't curious about Lacha's coffin yet, they are now.
Just a man in his ornately decorated vine-producing coffin. Nothing to see here, folks.
Whatever you say, Chris.
Ai, o rabinho
Check
dela
this out.
mexendo.
During the first phase of version 1.1 in the character warp, Contract 0, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Silverwolf. During the same phase in the Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star Light Cone Incessant Rain will be boosted. Now,
Ah.
during the second phase of version 1.1 in the character warp Lake Pursuit,
Olha, vai vir a
Trailblazers can
pela.
obtain the limited 5-star character Lacha and 4-star character Yukong. During the same phase, in the Light Cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star Light Cone Echoes of the Coffin will be boosted. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, when version 1.2 rolls around, Trailblazers can take part in an in-game event to obtain the 4-star
Aí, ó.
character
Isso é bom.
Yukong for free.
Sick.
Details for this event will be announced through official channels in the not-too-distant future.
Isso é bom.
Nice.
Ooh, awesome.
Whew. Let's take a break for a minute here, but when we get back,
Vão
we'll be
dar ela
talking
de
version
graça, isso é muito
1.1
bom.
events.
Vão dar ela de graça na 1.2. A 1.2 deve ser o quê? Em julho, né?
Welcome back, Trailblazers. New characters and light cones aside, version 1.1 has lots of events and gameplay updates. And a little bird told me there's an event connected to Silverwolf on the way.
I heard the same thing. At the start of the story, Kafka and Silverwolf invaded Herta Space Station. Kafka's mission was to awaken the Trailblazer. Silverwolf's mission was to help Kafka infiltrate the space station systems and locate the hidden Stellaron. But that wasn't enough for Silverwolf.
I can believe that. She's been on the IPC's wanted list for as long as I can remember.
During the invasion, she left behind some kind of digital graffiti. Just her way of letting everyone know Silverwolf was here.
Way to rub it in their faces, Silverwolf. Still, artists need an outlet.
This all sounds like classic Silverwolf
Mano,
energy.
é muito engraçado, né? Que inglês é uma língua que principalmente norte-americano fala muito gemendo, né? Eles falam assim, né? E, tipo, tem alguns lugares nos Estados Unidos que não, que tem um sotaque que eles não falam muito assim. Mano, mas é muito estranho. Eles falam, oh, hello. Sabe? É muito bizarro, velho. Parece que eles estão gemendo o tempo inteiro. Parece que eles estão sempre com tesão. Sei lá, mano.
To me.
Tipo,
Silverwolf was here.
Way to rub it.
Graffiti. During the invasion, she left behind some kind of digital graffiti. Just her way of letting everyone know Silverwolf was here.
Way to rub it in their faces, Silverwolf. Still,
eu culpo a
artists
Chloe
need an outlet.
por isso.
This all sounds like classic Silverwolf energy to me.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the name of her homeworld. Punk Lord. Kind of fitting, don't you think?
You gotta be
Seriously?
kidding me.
No way.
Afraid so. I think she was destined for this kind of behavior. Anyway, in the Star Hunt game event, the Trailblazers receive an invite from the space station's network security engineer, Leonard. They have to help Leonard locate the digital graffiti hidden across the station and uncover the secrets inside.
Wait, there are secrets hidden inside the graffiti? But if it's all digital... Oh, I bet you need to hack into it or something.
You might be right. We also get to meet a new Genius Society member, one of Madame Herda's collaborators, Screwlum. He'll be helping the Trailblazers too.
Boy,
Ai, o robô.
haven't we seen Screwlum before somewhere?
I think we saw a hologram portrait of him in Herda's office. He's a robot, right?
A robot Genius Society member. Interesting. I bet he's got a few hackers.
Nossa,
Robot
se ele era assim, eu prefiro ele assim. Eu não sei se aqui era ele, mas porra, ele é muito mais legal dourado.
Genius Society member. Interesting.
Olha! Eu preferia ele dourado de roupa, porque aqui parece que ele meio que não tá com roupa. Parece que esse dourado é o peitoral dele, ele tá com um lençolzinho aqui nas costas dele, sabe? Aí, tipo, você olha esse robô mó
Robot,
foda,
right?
mó bonito,
A
aí você
robot
vê...
Genius Society member. Interesting.
Eu preferia que ele fosse dourado com a roupa.
I bet he's got a few hacker skills up his sleeve. If he's helping us out too, I'm sure we'll be fine.
You know what I found out? Silverwolf and Screwlum actually faced off against each other once. You can see a snapshot of their fight in the We Will Meet Again light cone.
Whoa. Okay, Screwlum, looking kind of handsome there. Geez, his portrait really doesn't do him justice.
You know, if you and the Lyco need a moment here, the rest of us can head out.
Love a handsome robot.
I guess this event will be the second time Screwlum's come up against Silverwolf's mischief then. Old enemies locking horns once again.
Ooh, guess it does kind of feel like a rematch.
I gotta mention that graffiti again. Anyone else feel like it'd make for a good tattoo? I feel like some of these characters could pull it off.
I don't think that feature's coming to Star Rail anytime soon.
Quê?
Oh, what?
But I did hear that the designs are collectible. The Trailblazer can apply them to in-game surfaces and take photos with the artwork.
So cool.
Nice.
Collecting the graffiti designs also allows you to unlock the limited 4-star light cone before the tutorial mission starts. Complete the event mission to obtain Always Smiling, which can be exchanged in the event shop for limited light cone special superimposition material, as well as stellar jade.
Hey, that's another good-looking light cone. Not to change the subject or anything, but I gotta ask, is that Albert merch I'm seeing over there?
It looks so fluffy! I want one.
Not to mention it. Why don't I introduce you to the Hypebeast's merchandise department? If you guys had your own merch, they'd be sold out in no time. Or maybe let's just
E
get
essa
back to
coruja
version
mesmo?
1.1 for now. In the story thus
pouco
far,
perdida.
Belobog has finally emerged from the Stellaron shadow.
Belo boga,
But
viu?
there's a lot left to do. The city is going through changes. Any of you guys want to shed some light?
Namorada
I
do
heard a thing or
Pompom.
two. Now that the underworld and overworld are reconnected, things are definitely heading in a better direction. One recent development, Belobog's History Museum is getting ready
Ele é
to
só
reopen to the
apresentador?
public.
Museum? I love museums. Oh, don't you wish you could take the exhibits home with you, though?
The only problem is exhibits are being stolen. Anything you'd like to tell us, Melissa?
Oh, wait a minute. I only just found out they had a museum. How could it be?
Obrigada, Elinhas, pela sua
I didn't
conversa.
say it
Seria muito
was
bem-vindo de volta. Muito obrigada pelo seu apoio.
Oh.
Prime
Menor que
suspect.
3.
Anyway,
Eu,
in the
eu preferia que fosse o Pompom apresentando o programa. Eu gostei dessa coruja, mas assim... Quem é essa coruja? Eu não sei quem ela é. Eu tava esperando o Pompom apresentando o programa. Não ela.
Winter City Museum Ledger of Curiosities event, the Trailblazer must help Pela track down clues and recover the lost exhibits.
Nice.
É porque tipo assim, essa coruja aparece no jogo, ela tá no jogo, ela... Não sei. Entendeu? E, tipo assim, Eu entrei aqui e eu tô tipo, quem é essa coruja? Pra mim, eu acho que teria mais sentido. Eu não consigo não escutar a Silver Wolf gemer. Pois é, amiga. E tipo assim, eu não sei quem ela é, quem é essa coruja. Então eu acharia muito mais legal ter um personagem do jogo. Que eu já olho e eu falo, caraca, olha, ele tá aqui. Eu não sei quem é ela, entendeu? Então, pode ser que a gente descubra mais no futuro e tal, mas aí eu não gostei muito, não. Ele apareceu no Cone 4 estrelas da Silverwolf. Não, tudo bem, mas eu não sei quem ele é. Eu não sei, tipo, da onde que ele é. Então, tipo assim, eu vou dar um exemplo pra vocês. É igual sei lá, a gente tá jogando Genshin e aparece o resto da história, não sei, mano, de Mondstadt, e quem vai apresentar é um personagem do mapa do gelo. Entendeu? Eu acho muito mais legal quando é um personagem que a gente sabe quem é e da onde vem, e o que que é, que a gente tem essa expectativa a mais. Então, não sei, eu gostaria mais que fosse o Pompom ou um personagem que a gente sabe quem é, porque teria mais essa ligação. Eu achei essa coruja legal, eu achei ela bonitinha, adorei ela. Mas não entendi. Não faz sentido um personagem meio meh, que não tem nenhum apego apresentando. Eu também achei nada a ver essa coruja e ainda achei ela chata. Eu não achei ela chata, eu adorei ela, eu achei ela muito fofa, mas isso me pegou, eu fiquei encucada. Eu tô tipo, que porra essa coruja tá fazendo aqui? Então, sei lá, se chegassem e falassem, oi, eu sou a coruja, eu moro em tal lugar, eu sou amiga do Pompom e o Pompom não veio apresentar hoje, então eu tô aqui. Sabe?
Oh, I love a good whodunit.
Mas eu gostei
Well,
dela.
that's not all.
Eu
The
gostei
Trailblazer
dela.
can take on managerial responsibilities and help run
Só
the
não
place.
sei quem ela é.
So what does that involve exactly?
Só não entendi nada.
I'm glad you asked. The Trailblazer can do things like collect exhibits and enlist other individuals to improve the overall experience for visitors. After achieving specific operational goals, they can accumulate funds to expand the museum's exhibits and gradually unlock limited-time rewards, such as stellar jade, lost crystals, and self-modeling resin.
Sounds like fun. I'm sure it'll be a piece of cake.
Eu
When
acho
the
que eles
limited
fizeram um modelo de talk show, a coruja convida os personagens jogáveis e fala e tchau. Tudo bem, mas... Quem é a coruja? Tipo assim, você vai ver um podcast, mas você não conhece nada do apresentador, e o apresentador, ele tá ligado com quem tá no podcast. E aí eu fiquei tipo... Aí você fica tipo, tá, você quer saber quem é o apresentador? Mas você não vai saber quem é. Então eu fiquei meio... Ai, não sei. Custava introduzir a coruja no jogo antes da live? É, exato. É que a coruja foi muito randômica, não dá muito pra se apegar com ela ainda. Poderia ter apresentado a coruja no jogo, pelo menos. Falado que ela, sei lá, pronta coruja, ela tem... e ela tem na estação da Erta, ou sei lá, vou dar um exemplo. Ela tem uma cidadezinha num asteroide, ela vive lá e ela tem um canal de podcast e as pessoas adoram o podcast dela, o programa dela, e adorariam ir no programa dela. Cara, só mencionar já acho que já ajudaria, mas...
The museum will remain as a mode within the game. Trailblazers can return to the museum
Mas
at any
eu
time
preferia
to
que
check
fosse o
out the collection
Pompom.
and catch up with colleagues.
Of
Glória
course,
para
if you
apresentador?
encounter any-
Eu acho que tem. Eu acho que tem que ter ligação. Porque, tipo assim, não tem sentido você... Porque, tipo assim, essa live aqui é uma live de divulgação do jogo. E aí, tipo assim, você vem e joga um personagem qualquer que ninguém sabe quem é. A Yuga, por exemplo, só sabe que a coruja apareceu no jogo porque o chat falou... Não, ela não apareceu no jogo, ela apareceu na arma 4 estrelas que tava ali, nem isso. Entendeu? Então, sei lá... Eu acho... É que, tipo assim, eu acho que muita gente não liga, mas eu ligo pra esses detalhes. Eu acho esses detalhes bem legais de trazer, sabe? Eu acho que são coisas que são interessantes. Porque, tipo assim, eu já tinha achado que, tipo, eu tava tomando spoiler. Quando o Aleph falou do spoiler, eu achava que essa coruja era um personagem super importante do resto da missão lá do segundo mapa, e eu não sei quem é. Entendeu?
any issues during the running of the museum,
Então eu
please,
fiquei tipo,
don't
cara,
hesitate to get
essa
in touch with
coruja
the
que eu tô tomando
IPC.
spoiler? Não, a coruja é bonitinha, ela é legal. Mas eu preferia que fosse Pompom.
Gotta get ahead of myself.
Deep breath,
E eu
Albert.
espero que ela
Not everything's
seja...
an IPCC.
Olha, ele tem, tipo, super um nome. Terceiro mapa. Ai, pra mim é o segundo mapa, amiga. Não é o terceiro, não. E, tipo assim, pra mim... eles falaram o nome da coruja. Tipo, eles conhecem. E eu tô, tipo, eu não conheço essa coruja.
Bitch.
Thanks, Don. This is what happens if you read commercials for a living.
No worries.
Lofu
Kinda
é
does sound like a
nave?
useful service. Maybe the IPCC
Ah, mas
should
é que
look into it.
eu não considero o mundo a nave da Erta um mapa. Tipo, mapa. Aquilo dali é o início do jogo. O primeiro mapa é o mapa do gelo.
Trailblazers are more interested
O segundo mapa é o mapa do... É o mapa
Let's get back on track.
do...
All right. A researcher from the space station found a combat
segundo mapa
simulation
lá.
program of unknown origin called Stellar Flare, which contains a series of new challenge stages.
Erta é tutorial, exato.
More
Isso não é um mapa.
challenges?
Every stage in Stellar Flare
Isso é a base padrão. É igual o trem. É a base padrão onde você vai pra fazer os tutoriais e as coisas.
challenge theme and
Não
corresponding
é, sei lá, um mundo novo. Cheio de história. Não tem tanta coisa.
special mechanism. Trailblazers will have to think outside the box and use any advantages offered by the mechanisms to complete the stage in as few turns as possible.
Sounds like the Forgotten Hall to me.
The difference with
Nossa, é a
Stellar
primeira
Flare
vez
is
que eu
that the
vejo as
special
animações dessa
mechanisms
menina.
might require completely new ways
Nunca
of
tinha
thinking
visto.
about combat. For example, in some stages, using your skill doesn't consume skill points. In others, damage dealt when breaking an enemy's toughness is increased, but the enemy's toughness will be immediately restored.
Meu Deus, acho que eu nunca tinha visto a arte desse boneco. Que porra de arte é essa?
Huh, sounds pretty cool, but I'm sure Silverwolf will take care of it in one turn.
What if I haven't leveled up enough characters? Is it impossible for me to complete the challenge?
Don't worry. To assist Trailblazers in completing the challenge, every Stellar Flare stage has a trial character suited to the theme.
You don't say. I can get behind that.
The Garden of Plenty event. Recently, the cosmos has entered a turbulent cycle.
Não, a faca dele é muito foda. A faca dele junto parece o bagulho do Iridian. Mas a arte dele é estranha.
The reality data contained within them has grown exponentially.
Huh, which means...
It means that over a fixed time period, Trailblazers have a set number of daily attempts to obtain double the rewards from Calyxes. Leveling up, here we come! The next event we're going to talk about is called Lab Assistance in Position. Wen Sherling is a Department of Implement Arts researcher on Herta Space Station, and she's currently preparing research topics needed for the next quarter. However, the Antimatter Legion's invasion has messed up her progress. As a result, Wen Sherling has asked the Trailblazer to help her collect monster materials for use in her research topic. If the Trailblazer collects and submits the experimental materials required on a given day, they can receive corresponding rewards.
I got a question, Dawn.
Fire away.
These are Space Station and Belobog events, right? Aren't there any events or missions on the Xianzhou Luofu?
You beat me to it.
Oh.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. In version 1.1, 3 new companion missions are destined for the Xianzhou Luofu. These missions will involve Bailu, Yanqing, and Luocha. As for the specifics, I'm gonna keep that a secret for now. We can't go spoiling all the fun, can we?
Quando chegar a 1.1, acho que é dia 7, né?
Not even one detail.
Quando que é?
Come on, Don. Can you give us a little something? We're on the edge of our seats here.
Yeah, come on, Dawn.
All right, all right. Do you guys remember the girl with the blindfold in the opening trailer? And now, young man, allow me to give you a dignified end.
I was wondering who she was.
Well, all I'll say is that she and the Xianzhou have a complicated past. And her appearance on the Xianzhou leads to a dramatic encounter with Cloud Knight Lieutenant Yin Qing. And that's all you're getting. Sorry! Surprises are worth waiting for.
Oh, I hate waiting.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm afraid that's all you're getting. However, I do have a little info on some other updates. Interested?
Sure, I guess.
Well, if nobody's that interested, then I suppose I'll just...
Of course we're interested.
What, are you crazy?
Albert, you're interested, right?
Achei bonitinho o nome da coruja.
That's better, good boy.
Nicely done, Melissa. The check-in event Gift of Odyssey will also be arriving in version 1.1. For the length of this version, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, they can acquire 10 Star Rail special passes.
10 free warps? Nice.
Version 1.1 will
Genshin chora, né, mano?
also see some system updates. When Trailblazers need to obtain leveling materials that only a certain type of enemy can produce, they can instantly teleport to an area where the enemy is present, as well as
Ah, isso
pinpoint
aqui é muito
the
bom,
Trailblazers
velho.
need to
Porque não tinha isso aqui, né? Eu acho que não tinha isso aqui, né? Isso aqui é bom, velho.
obtain leveling materials that
Deixem
only
só os bonitos e tira a loba daí, por favor.
a certain type of enemy can produce.
Isso aqui é muito
They
bom,
can instantly
velho.
teleport to an area where the enemy is present, as well as pinpoint the precise location of the enemy on the map with a marker.
Isso é muito
Sounds like
bom.
a real time saver.
Wait until you hear this. Once the enemy in question is defeated, the marker will automatically move to the location of the next enemy. After
É os bagulho que tem no Genshin, né? Só que você marca aqueles outros bichos. Isso aqui é muito bom. Isso aqui é muito bom.
all marked
O evento de login da 1.1 do Genshin deu 300 gemas e 5 frangos e não é nem meme. Por quê, né?
enemies on a map have been defeated, Trailblazers can continue to pinpoint enemies on
Não vou com a cara da Silver Wolf, porque ela parece ter 14 anos num micro short de calcinha da Sabrina
other maps. This process can be
Ai, o
repeated
short
until
da
all
calcinha
daily
da
respawn
Sabrina
enemies of a
Sato.
certain type have been defeated.
Oh, that's a lifesaver.
Isso é da
I barely
hora.
found
Isso
my
aqui
way to
é
the studio
muito
today.
bom.
There's also a small combat surprise in store. During combat, trotters that have lost their way may randomly enter battle. As long as the trotter is
Caralho!
defeated before it manages to flee,
Da
additional
hora!
leveling materials can be obtained.
Enemy geolocation and additional material
Da
opportunities.
hora, da hora.
Devs, I owe you one.
Last but not least, in order to help Trailblazers stay in touch, version 1.1 also has a friend chat function.
Nossa, não tinha isso?
So you mean, aside from helping friends through support assist, we can send them messages too?
Peraí. Eles são impressionados com isso? Não. Não, pera, desculpa, eu achei isso louco, velho. Caralho, peraí, a gente tá vivendo em 2006? 2001? Pera, o que é isso? Ela tá tipo, caralho, a gente pode jogar e mandar mensagem por um chat. Ai, não. Cara, desculpa, mas... Pra que chat, o jogo é solo play? Ah, às vezes você quer mandar uma mensagem pra pessoa. Não, o ponto não é esse, mano. O ponto é que a menina, tadinha, ela tem que estar empolgada. Só que, tipo assim, oh my god! Você pode mandar mensagens! A criação de sala de bate-papo no jogo futurista. As pessoas se comunicando virtualmente antes dessa atualização, tendo que ir pra casa das pessoas. Que, velho, pera, eu acho isso muito doido.
Helping.
Also has a friend chat function.
So you mean, aside from helping friends
Olha!
through support assist, we can send them messages too?
Caralho, a gente pode mandar uma mensagem. Ai, eu sou muito ruim, velho.
You got it. Doesn't matter if they're old companions or new acquaintances.
That's the spirit of trailblazing right there.
Oh, hey, Albert, what's your account? Let me add you.
What?
I need to add you.
Ela vai adicionar ele pra mandar uma mensagem?
You can be my personal IPC customer service. What do you think?
Hello. Hey, don't get any ideas because I nearly made up a service that doesn't exist.
So you don't want to add me? Guess I'll just have to hack you.
Wait a minute. We can negotiate.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those
Ela vai
account
mandar
details
um mini
too.
short.
Count me in.
Ela
Sorry
vai
to jump
mandar
on the
mini short pra
bandwagon
ele,
here,
vai.
Albert, but you're a celebrity anchor for the IPC. Everyone wants to be your friend.
Fine, but I'm switching my account the next chance I get. Time for the day's third redemption code.
Por que do nada a coruja ficou entediada e brava? Não entendi. Por que do nada a coruja não quer mais estar nessa apresentação? Mano, por que do absoluto nada a coruja não quer mais estar aqui? Que porra é essa, mano? Porque ela não aguenta os dubladores pedindo felicidade. Mano, do nada, a coruja só tá foda-se, eu não quero matar essa merda. Aí joga tudo pro alto. Como assim, velho? O que tá acontecendo nesse vídeo?
Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Ah, não, peraí, cara. Mano, ele literalmente... Caraca, mano, como o tempo corre quando a gente tá se divertindo, não é mesmo? Mano, what the fuck? Foda-se!
Well, time flies when you're having fun. Looks like our special program is coming to an end.
Darn.
Caralho, velho, ela tá
As
se
the
divertindo
first guest of the
muito.
program, you guys got any thoughts, reflections, complaints?
Oh, it's been an honor to be on the show, Albert. I gotta say, we covered a lot of
Caralho,
ground.
mano, o que é
Now I'm even more
isso?
excited for the updates. Fingers crossed I get Silverwolf.
Yeah, seriously, same.
Greg, how you feeling?
I feel like I've got more questions than I came in with. What new directions will Lacha take the story in? Who's stealing exhibits from the museum? And what about those
Eu
companion
amo o meu
missions?
trabalho.
Guess we'll have to find out the answers in game.
Que doideira, velho.
Real. As for me, well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'd seen a lot of Yukong up to now, but this was the first time I got to understand her moves and role on the battlefield. She's so cool. I kinda wanna be her. Then again, I guess I kinda am her.
I had to double check that for a second, huh? Well, that's
Eu
it
acho
for
que
the
depois dessa apresentação, essa coruja não volta mais aqui não, mano.
Honkai Star Rail version.
Eu não sei se ela não volta porque ela não quer ou ela não volta porque o pessoal vai falar, mano, por que você tava quase xingando os convidados? Juro, eu acho que eles vão falar, qual é o seu problema, velho? Por que você tava falando como se o programa tivesse uma merda?
1.1 special program. I want to thank all you trailblazers today for tuning in.
Caralho.
See you on the flip side.
Eles adiaram a live que tava dando esporro na coruja.
Later, guys.
Tchau! Não sei se talvez eu vou ver você novamente em coruja. Nossa, sério, essa coisa. Não, tipo assim, eu tinha reclamado da coruja, ele tava mó de boa, ele tava mó suave, tá ligado? É isso, e pá. E aí do nada ele começou a dar essa merda aqui. Vamos acabar logo essa porra. O que você tá achando desse seu boneco aí? Fala aí, mano, 10 segundos. Ah, tem mais coisa?
You didn't think it was over, did you?
Hã? O quê? Ele narrando, tipo, olha que essa porra de chat que vai ter e a gente vai dar desgraça na Egon também. Pera, isso é uma data? Oi, era pra ter? Não sei, não é que a coruja tava certa. Pera, é a data? Tipo... É, mas a gente meio que já sabia, não? Dia 5 de junho? É, vai ser dia 6 aqui, né? É, era mais ou menos a data que a gente tinha falado, dia 6, dia 7. Ué. Isso aqui é novidade? Não, mano, engraçado, eles fizeram toda essa arte aqui pra divulgar a data, sendo que é só você contar. Se você olhar o banner do boneco, ficou bonitinho, mas se você olhar, entrar no seu jogo e você contar o banner, né, do Jing, você tem a sua resposta. Mas tudo bem, né? Fiquei meio... Eu achei que ela tava falando que tipo, a primeira vez que eu olhei, eu falei, mano, peraí. Ela tá falando que daqui a 6 anos, na atualização 6.5, ela vai voltar? E você acha que quem joga esse jogo sabe contar? Ah, sei lá, porra. Falando nisso, o Diablo abre dia 1. Sério? Dia 1 que horas?